Hey, how is going on, guys? You are watching MAS Information YouTube channel, and welcome to another COD mobile video. Today we are gonna check out the leak balance changes for Season 3. So make sure to watch the full video, and well, here we go. So let's start with the AK-117, which has received yet another buff. So they decreased the tactical reload by 15 plus, they're also reduced its horizontal recoil, and then for BR they stabilized its recoil pattern, so it is gonna be much easier to predict. For the AK, they also reduced attack reload by 15%, and the ad spread was also decreased by 10%, which I don't think will be too noticeable. The Peacekeeper's hip flinch has been decreased by 0.05, and they decreased the ad spread as well. The HVR and the BK's recoil has been decreased. So quite a lot of recoil improvements for assault rifles. Next we do have the LK-24, which has received a pretty massive buff. I believe it could now maybe 30 shots. So the damage profile was improved by 2 on the first profile for both BR and MP. They also improved the headshot multiplier by 0.5 and the chest and upper arm multiplier by 0.1. So yes, some really nice buffs for the LK-24. At the KN-44 visual shake when firing was also reduced. Now we do have our first SMG, and that is the Switchblade X9, which has received some pretty sizable buffs as well. To the upper arm multiplier was increased by 0.1, and they increased the lower arm multiplier by 0.05 as well. So this should definitely have some pretty big positive effects for the Switchblade X9. Next we do have the AGR, where the horizontal recoil has been decreased. I'm quite happy with that as I run the AGR quite often. Then the QQ9 has also been buffed massively. So they improved the first damage profile by 3 and the second by 1. So that should now be a consistent 4 to 5 shot kill. Then they made a bunch of positive changes to the 10mm ammo. So they added 2 units of damage to the first 2 ranges regardless of damage multipliers, plus the headshots multiplier was increased by 0.2 and the lower or multiplier was increased by 0.1. So the 10mm ammo looks a lot more usable and definitely more interesting, but you are going to be limited to 30 round mags. That means you have a smaller scale buff. For the RUS-79U, the lower multiplier was increased by 0.1. Moving on, the S-36 has received some multiplier buffs. So the headshots multiplier was increased by 0.2 and the chest and upper or multiplier was increased by 0.1. Yes, so pretty massive to say the least. The S-36 is back. Next, the Outlaw received a massive 0.9 headshots multiplier buff and improved the range as well. Moving on, the Koshka's rates of fire was improved to 48 rounds per minute from 46 rounds per minute. And they also increased the speed of ad's exit animation as well as decreased the scope recenter delay as well, so yeah, definitely pretty interesting. Moving on, you can now place a red dot on the Kilo Bolt Action Massive W, and they buffed the stopping power in terms of ad's time penalty. They decreased it by 4%. Next, E13 section received a much needed buff, so the disc speed was improved by 15 units. And now, when shooting with the right trigger, it will automatically shoot as hip fire for automatic adds, another face manual add, so okay. And now we have a pretty sizable buff for the so kind of crazy when many players have been asking for a nerf. So yeah, if you enjoy BR, on the lookout. So they improved the movement speed by 2%. They also decreased the sprint supply delay by 30 milliseconds, and the hip fire spread is now spread more evenly. Next, the damage profiles were changed for BR, I should say were improved, so the first one was improved by 2, the second by 5, and the fourth were reduced by 1, so yeah, that is pretty massive as well. The only nerf for the SO is in terms of range, and that was for all of the different ranges. So yeah, the best shotgun in BR will continue to be the best, but now it will only be better. But yet anyways, let's move on some more. So now we have some Tempest MP changes. So the swap time and recharge time was decreased. They also decreased the Ammo counts, damage radius, and the projectile velocity, which I don't really think that makes any sort of sense because no one actually uses it ever. And then finally, they also decrease the ad's time by 10 milliseconds. Next, we do have the Attack 5, a nice series. You have no idea what this change means. If you do, let me know down below in the comment section. The Hive's trap duration has been increased, so yeah, that's quite annoying. However, they did increase the Hive's hitbox and visibility, so that is definitely quite nice. Then we do have a really nice nerf to the Ballista M2. Now when you are being targeted by the Ballista, one notification will appear W change for non-ballistic users. That is definitely an L for you, I guess. Moving on, both the By 15 and Aquarium's damage has been decreased for BR. They really are trying to push the SO in BR, it seems alike. And then we do have the Tempest again, but this time for BR. So they greatly reduce the charge time. They also improve the ad's speed and the ad's movement speed greatly as well. It now also requires a reload after every shot, and now also consuming 60 special ammo per shot. So okay, then Frost's second last change, we do have the Annihilator, which has been buffed for BR. So firstly, the damage was improved from 137, 185, 80 to 150, 130, and 120, so really nice. They also improved the range by quite a lot, and the projectile velocity was also improved by quite a lot. Lastly, it now consumes 30 special ammo per shot. Our final change is for the Clown class, where they improve the enemy detection by 20 and 30 meters. So okay, that is all the pattern changes for Season 3. Note these are not final, and our subject should change, plus we could always see some additional changes as well, so keep that in mind. With that being said though, I find it quite crazy that the SO was buffed and are nerfed, and that the CBR was left untouched, but besides that I have no other real complaints. But definitely give me your thoughts down below in the comment section. Are you happy, obsessed, or what about the changes? I would love to know. And if that being said guys, that is gonna be all for today's video. So thank you for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow's video. Until then, take it easy fams, and goodbye.